once you started asking more questions and getting, more involved with the church and, we started going. So I never really questioned it. And I'm like, you're my wife. I love you. You seem to want to go more. I've heard people say like it can't really hurt, right? Seems like a good thing. And I'm like, something's weird, but okay, let's go. Right. I'm just saying. I've always been a little skeptical, but maybe it's the heathen in me.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You hear that, Mom?
So anyway, so we start going to church, but the whole time we're going to church, I'm like, there's just these things that I just cannot, they just don't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. They just don't. And then other questions that you just kind of, I would think about logically, just like billions of people in the world. There's people that just don't get an opportunity to know about Christianity. Mm-hmm. How can that be that they don't get to be saved because they just didn't know about it? Doesn't seem very fair. Or what? Anyway, it would make me just question all kinds of things. And then you start learning about the arguments for one side and the other. And then sometimes you'll hear an argument, it's like, wow, that makes some sense. And you start listening to other things or whatever. And then you start watching fucking nature document. You see what I'm saying? There's no fucking way to explain this shit correctly. You watch nature documentaries and you start watching, like how the universe maybe works.
Yeah.
The way scientists have kind of figured out some things like gravity and I don't know, and evolution and shit like that. Because there's science for this stuff. Yeah, it's hard to explain.
It's a whole lot.
It's a lot to take in. But so we started we were sitting at breakfast and we were explaining to the kids, or you told the kids, you're like, so you guys want to know what your dad thinks? Or some shit like that. Oh my God. And I was like, well, have you guys heard of the Big Bang? I was like, I'm not really sure. Like, I really don't. And that's the thing is that I'm open to have my mind changed.
Yeah.
But you got to come with something. Like, you got to really come with something. So I started explaining to the kids, telling them that, there is evidence for certain things. With evolution, you have all these types of animals that have evolved over years. And, like animals came out of the ocean eventually. Mm-hmm. And they had amphibians that were crawling on land and became reptiles and mammals and all this other stuff.
The whales turned into cows.
Yeah. It's funny because it sounds fucking insane.
Yes.
It sounds insane.
But
tell me your fucking story. Tell me your fucking story of how you think this fucking shit started. And tell me that shit doesn't sound fucking insane. Right? Because I started thinking about that too. I was like, what the fuck can anybody tell me? I believe monkeys ate mushrooms. What do you believe? Let me know. Because I bet you it's crazy as fuck too. Right? I'm being straight up. I know it sounds crazy. Mm-hmm. But when you take everything into account and you've had certain experiences and you've seen certain things, like I've seen all these fucking documentaries, separate ones that you can kind of put together that makes it kind of seem this way. I don't know. Like I said, bring me something with more evidence that makes more sense. And I'm down to look at it. But for now, that's what I believe. Let me know your crazy story.
Call us at
480-331-9846. Why'd you make me do that, babe? Fucking putting myself on blast.